John, tough match, obviously, but a really high quality from both of you guys. Where do you feel like the difference was from him or from you?
Yeah, I think the difference was he was a bit more decisive in the big moments, maybe a little calmer as well. You know, sometimes you take the court and everything's going well, and you're not thinking too much out there, and things are free flowing. And at times that was the case out there for me, but at times maybe it wasn't, and I think that cost me a little bit. I just think he was, as I said, a little more decisive and a little more free flowing, I think, in the big moments. And of course, in a match like that, separated by a few points here or there, and that was the case. So credit to him.
Very fine line, obviously, but any regrets on maybe not doing anything differently in the tiebreaker, particularly with set points?
No, I mean, I played some pretty good points. I mean, he defended really well. I mean, I hit two of the hardest forehands I've ever hit in my life that he was able to get back, but that's what he does. He's an incredible defender, an incredible shot maker. So it's really not that surprising, but would have been nice to have won that second set. You know, he played well, so he came up with the goods.
First, I want to say appreciate you doing this. I know it's tough to come in here and loss. You were talking about being more free flowing. I have a tennis instruction channel on YouTube. What would you advise other players to do to deal with those kind of things? What could you have done a little differently to focus on those big moments better?
Well, it wasn't that I wasn't focused. It was just, you know, maybe a little bit tentative, and that's a bad thing in tennis and all sports, really. When you've got tension in your body, it's tough to let go a little bit. And so there were times in that match today where, you know, some pretty, you know, kind of big moments where I wasn't able to let go. So, I mean, there's really no secret sauce to getting rid of that tension in your body. It could be a total pain in the ass sometimes. But it wasn't like, look, I mean, it wasn't the whole match. But I just think, as I said earlier, I think maybe that's what cost me a little bit. Maybe can't speak for him, and maybe he wasn't feeling that maybe as much as I was.
John, the other presser, you kind of talked about something similar, sort of getting foggy in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, have you read any books or techniques specifically about mindfulness and relaxation techniques, or worked with anyone?
I have worked with someone before. It's not so much books. When I read books, I generally just read about history and nonfiction stuff. But no, it really, I mean, talking to someone helps, but it's got to ultimately come from you, and just really committing to a mindset going out on the court. I mean, of course, keep doing the things you do to take care of yourself and work on your game, but it's so much of this sport, just like any sport, is mental. So just committing to that, and which I've done a good job of this summer. And I still think today was, even though I lost, I still think it's a step forward for me. There's I think this highlighted some things that I need to work on, especially against really good competition, like someone like Dimitrov. So all in all, I think a good week for me.
There's a good chance that at least one set you play in a match is going to go to a break or sometimes more. I was wondering how much you practice simulated tiebreakers in practice and with him.
No, I mean, I don't. I mean, sometimes, yeah, into practice, if we're just drilling, okay, we might play a tiebreaker, but I think a lot of players do that, but nothing I'd simulate.
Last couple questions for you. I remember Grigor saying that he was trying to get the slice low to the backhand. He might have been talking about Delta, I can't remember, but, you know, big guy, big serve like you, and obviously, you know, he was trying to do the same thing to you today. Did you know going into this match, were you kind of planning on that? And how are you trying to work with that mid-match?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got a good slice. He uses it a lot, and he does keep it low. But you know, I knew going in that I didn't want to kind of get engaged in a little cat and mouse with him, but I could have, you know, I was trying to use my forehand when he did hit that slice. I would try to use my forehand, and you know, but that's what he does. I mean, I think he does that in a lot of his matches. It wasn't just someone who's big.
Say, John, tough loss, but at the end of a pretty good week for you. So what's the biggest positive you have in this week, and how are you feeling about your game heading into New York?
Yeah, I think the biggest positive is I think for the most part I did all the right things in the pretty big moments. I felt like throughout this week I played my break points pretty well. I did in the first set. I played, you know, I got in I had two, I mean, essentially set points, you know, at 15-40 or whatever it was, and I played 2 good points. He just played 2 better points. So I think I stepped up this week, and which is what I was doing prior to this week as well, and that's just sort of going for my shots. I mean, there were some times where I didn't, but all in all, I think I just got to keep that up. It's the only way I can play, and you know, looking ahead to the U.S. Open, I just got to, you know, have a good team, got a great coach and great person to keep me healthy. So just keep working on the right things, and I should be in pretty good shape heading into that tournament.
If somebody told you that you were one of the favorites for the U.S. Open, what would you think?
I don't think I am at all. So definitely not. I mean, I know if I play well and I know what I'm capable of, I know how I can disrupt some players, but I haven't earned that at all, that distinction to be one of the favorites for the U.S. Open. So I don't think so at all.
John, I know you've only played him once before, but did he surprise you in any way today in the way that he played? And where do you feel like his game is versus where he's been the last couple of years?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, I can't speak for him. I thought he played a high-level match. I thought he served really well. I don't know the stats, but it seemed like he served a good percentage of first serves, and he's played on top of the baseline and played pretty aggressively, and so he's certainly in very good form, absolutely. I mean, I think I played well enough to beat a lot of players out there today, just not him. So I haven't played him that many times, but he played pretty well today, and I think he had to play well to beat me, and he did. So he's in pretty good form.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Stay healthy, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.